So today I'm changing things up a little bit. I can't really get much else done on the projects I was working on because I'm waiting on some lumber, and it's the weekend today, so it probably won't be for a couple days till I get some more wood to work on my stairs. So I'm going to mess around with possibly getting this farm sink installed or figured out. We have an apron front, 36-inch wide, copper farm sink. It is beautiful, courtesy of Signature Hardware. We want to thank them for helping us out with this project. So we're going to figure this out. We definitely have to make some modifications to this cabinet here because it's shipped standard like it is, and every farm sink is different. So I know we're going to have to cut about 4 inches off of this apron here and probably take about that much off the sides because it has a nice big front apron. And so that's what I'm going to work on. Here it is. I've had this for a long time, like almost 2 years, with the intention of having this whole project done back then. So we are now finally able to unveil it, and I have not had it out of the box. I just opened it to take measurements and make sure it was going to work. So we're going to all see it at the same time for the first time. We're going with some copper vessel sinks for the bathrooms as well. One of the reasons we went with copper for all of our sinks is it looks really nice and it's naturally antibacterial, so you're less likely to have gunk grow in your copper sinks. And it, over time, has a nice natural patina. Now I know I'm going to have to make some modifications to that cabinet. I'm going to build a frame underneath and probably put a platform, like maybe some leftover Advantech as a place to set this down onto so that it's super sturdy. So we have a vine design. Man, that looks nice. I think that's going to go nicely with the rest of the colors. All right, let's see what we got going on here. This could set down into a countertop cutout because it's got this flange, but I think we're gonna have it up underneath the countertop, have the countertop go over that. So, but the good thing is we've got enough. That's a 33 inches there. I don't know, this whole width, 35 and a half. I sent Cabinet Joint the dimensions of the sink, and they built the cabinet or designed the cabinet around the dimensions, so it looks like it's going to be perfect. So I'm going to have to go down about 9 inches. Got this set at 9. That means we've got to cut all this out. So, and we're going to come over to here. Inch and a half, inch and a half. They put these little pieces in, like this piece is connected to that piece, and that just needs to come out. Everything is freaking tedious. All right, this needs to come out. Probably would have been easier to do this cutout before I set the cabinet, but like I said, I've never done this before, so that's what happens. Oof. Okay, well, this is not stressful at all. You only get one shot at this. So it's 1.5 inches from the side of the sled to the blade. So I set up my straight edge, 1.5 inches to the blade. Okay, moment of truth. We're gonna test fit it. Oh, look at that. Come on, baby, get in there. Holy mother, it's awesome. I think it's pretty nice. All right, well, that was a lot of fiddling around, but I think I got her figured out. Build a platform there for the support in case it needs it. Had to cut out a little bit of a semicircle in that platform so that our drains would fit in. Really nice. Make sure this nut fits on. And then the other side is just for the disposal. Pretty nice. Like it. Man, another day. Today's March 2nd, I think. It's gonna be 70 degrees today. If you haven't figured it out already, this video isn't about anything in particular, just little odds and ends that I'm trying to get done. Waiting on some wood for the inside stairs, but today's gonna be so nice. I think I'll try to do another coat of gel stain and clean up and finish these outside doors. That'll be another project off the list. Probably in the next week or so, you're gonna see all that start to turn green again, and then the pollen and the bugs will be here. So again, this week, this is the time to do it. You know, get everything done outside before all that stuff happens. So I'm gonna do some gel stain. Pretty nice walnut stain, gel stain, fiberglass doors. That turned out pretty good. Pretty happy with that. Well, since I'm doing a bunch of just random stuff in this video, thought I'd finish punching down all my CAT6 Ethernet cables, knock that off the list. I went to go test them after I punched everything down, and my tester broke. I mean, I had it for 20 years, but it basically just fell apart, so I got a new one. This is from Klein tools. Pretty nice. This one's neat because, well, it's got these little remotes. It's got 18 remotes, so you can trace a wire, you can trace 18 circuits at once, which is pretty slick. But then it's got this smart remote that's removable, and you can plug in like a cable, old school cable TV, RG6. It'll do RJ45 for regular Ethernet. It'll do phone, RJ11, and it even does power over Ethernet for like your security cameras. Really pretty good little tool. I like it a lot. So take that remote there, plug the Ethernet one in. We're going to test this here. This is living room number 1. Plug that in there. Plug this in here. Then I'm going to go up to the office, plug it into the other end of this, where the actual switch, router, and all that stuff will be. We're going to test, make sure all my connections are right. All right, here we are at the office. I've got it turned on. It says open, meaning there's no wire. Check that out. It found remote ID number 1, so we're going to hit test. It's going to run a wire test, and it passed. It has all 8 conductors in each end of the cable. If there were a break or a short circuit or something, or a wire was crossed, it would have a line that shows you which pin is bad. So that's pretty detailed. I like it. This is wired T568A. The only thing this doesn't do that my other tester did was it doesn't tell you the wiring pattern like 568A or B or whatever. The other thing it'll do is tell you the length of the cable you're working with, which is kind of neat. So it's looking right there at 59 foot. And you can store it. So if you're in a server closet and you want to pin out all of your 2 or 3 switches, you can tag each one with a number, and it'll tell you the length, and if there's a break, it'll tell you where the break is. Really good tester. I like it a lot. So this one's good, and we're done, buttoned up, ready to go. going to be backfilling this house. It's been sitting a little over a year now, so it's had a chance to settle when we backfilled the basement originally. So I just threw down some cardboard because we had a ton of it left. Now we're just going to fill it with some topsoil and cover that with some landscape cloth, and then just gravel right up to the house. Well, I managed to get the backyard raked. We got all the ruts filled. And I got the front yard raked and all the ruts filled. Gotta thank my buddy Jeff for bringing his tractor and spreading all that topsoil out for me. That looks nice. Got a good seed bed. I'm gonna throw down some seed tomorrow and some straw. And I think it's gonna rain in the next couple of days, but hopefully we can get a little bit of a lawn started here so it's not just ugly dirt anymore. And we were able to build up the backfill against the house, put down some fabric, and I'm just going to bring gravel in, like I said, and gravel that little strip right up to the house so that we don't have to try and mow it. I don't want to plant bushes there. I don't want critters and bugs and stuff up against the house. And I think that'll look fine with just gravel. Today's Northern Tool and Equipment segment features this all-new NorthStar brand gas-powered cold water pressure washer that they make. They just came out with this. American-made Briggs and Stratton engine, good pump, 2.5 gallons a minute, 3,200 PSI, targeted toward the homeowner who needs an occasional pressure washer use. It's not an everyday use kind of rated thing, but the price point is right there for a perfect homeowner unit. I haven't done anything to it yet other than put gas and oil in it, so I'm going to fire it up, connect it, spray off the truck, and we'll see how it works. Pretty simple unit. Gas goes here, oil goes here. This is your on-off kill switch. You can put this in a container of cleaning solution if that's what you're into for, you know, like cleaning off siding or whatever. Connect your garden hose back here, and that's all there is to it, man. All right, I got the hose on. Now we're gonna prime everything. Get some water going through it before we actually fire it up. Well, that thing works perfectly. Plenty of power, plenty of pressure, no hesitation, it fired right up. I like it a lot. One thing to keep in mind, if you're on a well, make sure your well pump can keep up with this. So my well pump is 5.5 gallons a minute. That's a 2.5 gallon a minute pressure washer, so plenty of water supply. You gotta have enough water to feed it or you could burn it up. So just keep that in mind. Other than that, this NorthStar 2.5 gallon, 3,200 PSI pressure washer from Northern Tool Equipment is a perfect fit for the homeowner needing occasional use pressure washer. Check them out. I'll leave a link below. On to the next thing. Another 70-degree day. We're on the last project of the week, and that is to get seed down on the front and backyard. It's going to rain tomorrow, so it's going to be a perfect time to get the seed started. Maybe throw some straw down on it, and that's going to wrap up this week, man. It's been a productive week, a lot of stuff going on, and I was happy to get a lot of little projects done before it starts getting hot, before the bugs come out. Really close to buttoning up the outside of this thing. It's looking nice.